Welcome back to Bridgeburner 412 plays Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. So, some news since our last adventure. You'll notice I'm in completely different garb at this point. I recorded like 8 episodes, and it was all messed up. Like, all of the recordings were completely screwed up, which I am going to look at, even though it was a good 4 hours, 5 hours worth of material, as a blessing in disguise. So now I just don't care. So I am going to play the build I want to play. So fire is going to be the name of the deal. So if we go back here to the rest, basically I started the game all over again. I kept all of our appearance and everything, but I put on the Qilong armor set from before, because I did ultimately switch to that because I wasn't getting any drops. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to use it. Who cares? Let's see here. Yeah, who cares? So I am going to do it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I have here some bronze dual swords, and essentially I just want to be a fire dual sword machine. Dual swords are a lot of fun. They are harder to play, especially as, a beginner. So I'm going to be giving you tips along the way. I'm a beginner myself, really, so it's not that big a deal. But I'm going to give you tips along the way of how to, maybe take a different build path than I'm taking if this is your first time through the game. So as we go through here, I wanted to do dual blades. Of course, then I immediately got an iron sword weapon that scales better off of fire at C- as opposed to E- over here. But eventually, there's a pair of swords I'm going to want to get that are fire swords and are going to do some work for us. But that being said, if you are wanting an easier path than the fire build, dual sword build, get this guy in to your game as many times as you can through the reinforcements panel, which again is over here. And in the reinforcements, if you get Zhao Yun here up to oath level 10, you get all of his gear, and that set is really, really good. And I would suggest doing a stone or earth build. Maybe an earth wood build would be pretty strong for a beginner, because wood, the green gives you hit points, and the stone gives you equipment, weight, carry, and all kinds of good kind of nuke spells. So we're probably going to do a split between fire and stone, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll go fire and metal. I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do. But for right now, we've got our stats in. Again, looking here at fire, and then we've got to make some decisions as we go through here. But we're going to stick with fire for a bit. We're going to crank that up a little bit. Now, one of the downsides of doing a fire build is the first fire companion that you get to get his set isn't all that great, but it's okay. It's okay. So here is our blacksmith, and essentially she is wandering around. Eventually she'll be in the village when we get to the village, which is kind of a bummer because I had all that opened up at that point, but now we just kind of catch her along as we go. So we can upgrade our materials here. We have enough upgrade to level 2 weapons up to the level that we want. We can't level any of this stuff because we don't have the leather yet. Oops. Upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our iron sword. And that will increase that firepower on that to 179, or we're at 145 now. And over here, we're going to also upgrade our bronze dual swords, even though they're pieces of junk right now. We wanna be familiarizing ourselves with that moveset, so we're going to upgrade those as well. So that's 129. So 145. So the iron sword's better than the dual swords. But eventually we're just gonna want to dual sword it to death because they're so much fun. So yeah, so we were able to upgrade a couple things. So let's continue on our adventure. Hopefully without any other recording difficulties or issues. So you can see I'm rocking the dual swords right now. Just give you like the new set. Kind of great. Kind of a sidestep attack, which is super awesome. And then we go this way. I hear Xiao Yun running around over there. And remember the shortcut that we had in our, well, your last episode, my episode from a long time ago. Here is that area that we did not come into. Here, just so there's no question about taking care of the business in here. This one is kind of a flashier kind of thing. So we can use that. We'll be getting that when we come around from the other side. And here's here is an item. Uh-oh. I should totally expect that. You know, I don't like how if he's talking, the sound effects go down. I want to be able to hear all the sounds of the opponents. Because the game is, I mean, it is very, very sound-centered in terms of your parries, in terms of your... Did he run down there? I'll take this ladder down just in case something untoward happens. Hi. Here we go. All right. So we need to get this battle flag here. There's a chest right there, but there's the big baddie. So we're going to start with a plunge attack and then hopefully survive. These guys hit pretty hard. Cannot put your timing down all the time. A little poison on him. Poison is the metal virtue tree. And there's no need not to use your potions here. Because, so I can't remember what spells I had going on the last build. So I'll just kind of explain what I've got going here. So right now I have... right now on the bottom I have it's a defensive skill through the stone tree. Get that, you have to have 2 points in the earth tree. And then I have venomous bubbles, which is 1 point, and you start with 1 point, so you can use that right away. Then I have the fire flare, which I think requires 3 points, and then the one on the top there is oh, we don't have enough to level up. Is requires 3, but I haven't put 3 in there yet. But I have it there to remind me to put my next point into wood so I can use that. I'm not really sure if there was a reason to come back up here and kill that guy, but I'm going to do it. And then we're just going to head back this way. This guy is going to be back over here. I really don't like that weapon art too much. That one is so much more effective with the dual swords. So you might have noticed, you can switch in the middle of combat. So you can be hitting, and then switch your weapon. It does another attack, and then now you've got your other weapon out, which is really nice. So very dynamic. Let's grab this. Leather. Not sure what we're going to upgrade. We can't upgrade this armor that we have. This is the deluxe version armor. So you get it at the beginning, but it soon wears out its complex. One-on-one, the dual swords are they're no joke. All right, let's use those. Let's use that right now. We get another pot. Another heal. Always good. You got to rest for it to register, though. I seem to fall for that one all the time. I think there's something up here on this side. Head this way. Loot. The golden cicada shells are a thing that you can use at the hub. You remember in Neo 2, the guy who ate the poo-poos? It's that kind of guy. So at least it's not poo-poos. Alright, since it's two guys, I'm going to switch to this weapon. And you got to be careful when you're switching to the weapons, because it will activate combat in some instances. And you might not want to activate the combat. Oh, I got my spell there. I have to fire in his face. Apparently I switched back to the dual swords. And I wasn't looking. Alright. Is that a marking flag? Yeah. So yeah, bummer about the recordings, but I think in the long run, this will be better. I did have to bring down the FPS to 60 from the 100 that I was using before, because that was causing some problems too, according to the... Which is weird. The Neo 2 was the same. They were notorious for not optimizing the game well for the PC port. So, hi. Learn how things work, dude. So, there was... Like, even during... Oops, I forgot something down there. Even during the recordings, I had to stop and start the recordings again and again because it was moving everything into slow motion. And that was not ideal. For the situation that we were in. So, and then I went back and looked at the recordings that I had done before, and it was just... It was not up to the standards that all of you have grown to expect from Bridgeport 412's material. His content is the greatest quality that he can bring out for you guys, so I wasn't going to have it be bad quality, it just is. Uh-oh, we didn't want to go that far, but we ended up going that far. So now we're kind of in trouble. Not really. We want to keep our spirit if we can. Get our powerful sword happening here. Yeah, that had disaster written all over it. Ugh, now we gotta go all the way back. Boo. Yeah, I got too excited there and charged in there, and it's less than stellar. Alright, run. I wish it defaulted to running instead of the slower, because I hate having to push a button to sprint when automatically you're going to sprint anyway. You know what I mean? You should have to push the button to walk. Normally you're going to sprint. And we could come up this way, but there's a lot of guys from above who drop down like you just saw. So it's going to get a little bit spicy right now. I don't know if you were able to appreciate that jump off the wall that I just did there, but that was MLG. Speaking of quality content, what do we want to do? Do we want to just go this way? Just bait this guy head on. So who else is going to drop down? He's going to bring his other hosers with him. So let's just go around. I mean, it'll just take but a moment. Okay, and those guys are going to try to come out. So we have to go in and find those guys. Where'd my guy go? Where's Thea? That's my partner. In and out there and derping out. Really? I avenged, really? Alright, let's do this right this time so that we're not, you know, getting missiles. Just pull the guys. Standard operating procedures. There's another dude over there, so let's get him too. Got critical on him. Dead from this critical. Boop. Alright, now we can get this started. Right. Sneak up on this guy. You know what, Bird? Uh-oh. 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 Wrong way. Wrong way! Woo! I gotta remember, I'm not at the level I was before. This isn't looking good. To be honest. But we got it done. That was some clutch blocking right there. Clutch blocking right there. All right, I do want to run up and grab this first. This is the last marking flag, if I remember. Up we go. Alright. Now we'll get that level so we can use our little heal-o-matic. So, one there, and now we can use that. Oh, we have enough for another level. Let's put it there. Put it in the fire. I'll take a sip of my soda, Momentito. Trying to cue the door opens while I'm drinking my soda. Okay. All right. So this boss is that little chart is going to. Oh, it's not going to stay there. Maybe. This boss is a big boar that's going to attack. Essentially, his special attacks are pretty telegraphed. So block him, of course. He is susceptible to fire. I'm wondering if I have access to the next spell. Might. But I don't have the one I want. Oh, maybe I do. Burning Flame Wave is the one I want, but I need 10. What do I have? Do I have I don't think I have enough Chi Flakes to be able to use that. It would be great if I could use that this fight. So enough. The others, 12 of those. Is that going to get me enough? Yes! Hooray! 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 Here we go. All right. Now things are going to start to get spicy. So now we are going to put on... Put this there. And instead, up here, we're going to put on Amplify Damage. And the deal with Amplify Damage is you will take more damage. So I'm going to use the stone skin at the bottom. I can't remember what that one's called. And the Amplify Damage. And let's just kind of see how this goes. Here we go. I gotta remember not to fast forward through the cutscenes so you all can see all the game and all its glory and richness. Okay, there's our waifu. I don't know what waifu is in Chinese. Big old boar. Okay. Hi, use the spell. Oh, no, I don't have enough blocks. Alright, so he is on fire. Now, he's gonna get the big beat down. Alright, I'm going to put on Amplify Damage and see what we can do here. Here he comes. I don't know why I was rolling around like that. I did not want to roll around that way. Yun is taking a dump in the middle of the fight. Ain't great. About ready. Missing my dodges in these here. Or my counters. Bring in our guy, and the fight is going to be over. Spirit and Boomba. He is dead. Dual Marquis halberds. I want those might be fire. I'll have to double check after a cutscene here.
多亏你帮忙。谢谢。
幸好无事，只不过还是向这位医师道谢。
我的名字叫做红晶，正在暗中侦查黄金。这块玉石，
军务在身，先行告辞。还请阁下随后前往广宗前线。若朝廷军得到阁下相助，必将士气大振。
能不能也带上我？
All right, we got another iron sword. Probably going to do much for us. And this will automatically advance us. But there is a submission that we're going to want to do. Perhaps we'll do that. I'm trying to remember how long that submission is. I think it has a few steps. So we might wait. You may. That is very silly. Okay, so essentially, you'll be able to call this guy as a companion or reinforcement, and you can get his set. It's so-so. The glaive is nice. It's a serpent spear. I think it's a slashing spear. So it ends up it's difficult to get damage buffs on that.
刚才多亏有这位侠士相救。啊？原来是误会，多有冒犯，差点误伤好汉。
We're probably not going to be worried about getting a set until next guy shows up.
看谁讨伐的
Next
黄
fire
金更
guy.
多。河岸阉人张飞，一起大闹一场吧！
Okay, so it automatically advances you to the next main mission, but we're not going to want to start this one yet. We are going to want to, look at the submission. Hillhaven Burns. I cannot remember how long this one is. Hillhaven Burns. This is the next main battlefield. Quite long. 7 marking flags on this one. Let's just make this a little bit longer episode and just crank this one out real fast. Hopefully it won't take too long. If it does, you know, it does. We're just going to advance along our merry way here and see if we can get the submission cranked out as well. I forgot to write down that boss's name. I have to look that back up again. Start with an F, like Fengxi or something. Okay, so here we are. We can talk to him. He just gives you a little story information. We could call someone up, a reinforcement. Yeah, it's not. His set ain't great. He is fire. The spear is pretty nice, but I think we're going to save our tiger seals actually. So we'll just solo this one. There is a way to get tiger seals, but it can be a little bit tedious. To be perfectly honest. But you really have to get close. We're gonna have to, until we get those, it's chivalrous dual blades, and until we get those, we might have to be more into our regular sword. Something sauce. What sauce? See, talking about the sound of the game. That's how it goes. Something keeps seeing us. There's that guy over there. We're going to approach from the other side. Oh. Okay. We'll work our way around. I think there's a marking flag in this room. Hi. Boy, they timed everything. I don't know if they coded the synchronized attacks or what the deal is, but holy mackerel, it seems to be how it is all the time. Again, if you are struggling with multiple opponents, get yourself a spear build. Get Zhao Yun out here helping you. Struggling with jumping, there's nothing I can do to help you. And get a spear going, because a spear has great range, has great protection. You can wear heavier armor. That little punk. Oh. Where'd that guy come from? What are you doing, dude? I think we can hit more with the single sword. What you get? What you get? Regular stuff. And you know, it never gets old. Plunge attacks never get old. I'll go too. I'm not a huge fan of that move because it seems like I just stand there swinging the weapon and not hitting anything. Oh, I remember where we're going. So it's not too long. There is a tiger involved, which tends to be a bit of a drag, but we'll go. We got all the stuff up here, right? We gotta go through. Now the battle mark, I believe, is up here. Sweet. I do like how when you raise a battle marker, you can come back. Well, don't be such a bad dog and you won't get killed. Dead. Hammer that we'll never use. So I don't know if I've mentioned that when you focus on someone, you can advance and waggle, and you get a sneak attack on them. So essentially, it's just doing the guard. So start with the thumbstick and then hit your left bumper when it's targeted on someone. Yeah. Turned around too soon. I flipped over to my dual blades there and noticed that goes pretty quick. Saw me. I'm not seeing that much of a difference, really, to be honest. I'm seeing a difference in the play, it being faster, but I'm not seeing any difference in the combat taking longer. Let's go ahead and grab this. Now the end of the mission is over there, but we still need more battle flags. I think only one is over here. Did we miss one? This one somewhere. All right, now, yeah, Tiger, Burning Bright. It is almost impossible to sneak up on this one. Will wake up. Gotta come really this side. Get the flame out on him. And again. And he's dead. Boom. One more battle flag. I cannot remember where it is. Oh, Dragon Vein Essence. We want to get that on board. Or we forget. There's our pot heal for more. Alright. So there is one more flag somewhere. That way. Is it in here? I don't know if it's in here. Bring the dogs around the corner. Set it on fire. And loot. It might be in that. It is not up here. This is that bamboo bow. We'll go ahead and swap out for that at this point. 3 stars. Gotta just little by little you improve your character. Oh, it is right there. As we put more and more into fire, these swords. Bronze halberd. Let's see. Nope. Nope. That's too much like the dual swords that we have, and I think it has a different moveset. But let's put them on and just kind of see. We do want to use swords eventually, but since this scales off of it's closer. It's 138. It does have both. Let's see. It's a little bit slower to get started. It's not exciting. There's that side attack. Sorry. So it's located on a different button, which is a little bit tricky since I've been playing with it on the other button. But these are the things that happen. All right, so that's the boss right over there, both sides. So, yeah, this is hard. But we do have our spirit, and we can plunge one of these guys out of the competition. So let's just do this. I guess I targeted that guy. Light some people on fire. And of course, while that guy's still alive, the other guy just plunks you with his spear like a mofo. Wait, oh, I'm out of potions already. Where is it? So we're going to hide in here, our little stones, and let the stones do some work for us. Oh, I think I could have gotten him right there with a crit. Oh. The spear is one of the hardest weapons to defend because it is so fast. And I died there because I was looking at my spells. And that is probably 50% of the times I die is because I'm looking at my spells instead of looking at the opponent. Plus we switched weapons to a different weapon, which probably wasn't smart. Right there, but... But we're right here, so it's not a big deal. And maybe we'll get targeted on the right guy this time. Holy mackerel, that spear is something else. Do some more specials. I'm saying do a spear build. This is why. Very, very strong. And now he goes. All right. Glorious victory. Got a bronze sword, number 2. Take a look here. Bronze sword. Bronze sword. Return to our current main battlefield. Let's see what we got going here. All right. Yeah, the loads sometimes are just insane. Which I don't understand why the loads would take so long, but they do. Oh, I wanted to look at what we got there. So we were going to compare this with the sword that we got. What did we just get? We got the iron sword. Let's see. Is that what we got at the top? Iron sword 2. Iron sword 3. This one is up to +1. This one is not. We will get to level here in a second. I'm going to go back to the dual swords. Just because they felt so much better. Even though we're not getting the scaling that we want. But anywho, so that is 2 missions down, the main mission and a side mission. So thanks for tuning in. A little bit longer on this episode, but that's okay. We'll see you in the next episode. This is Bridge Burner 412 playing Wolong Fallen Dynasty.